يلا ما تحاسبين ماما مو. ايوه.
Missile attacks on hospitals and schools in rebel-held areas that left up to 50 civilians dead.
دفاع مدني صعب القبعة البيضاء اللي أول الناس بيكونوا موجودين حالة القصف. إن سوريا الكل العالم عم بتابع أخباره وعم ما حدا يلاقوا له حل.
Hello, I'm Charles Naga. So now, I will answer the question number 1. Why do you think non-peaceful situation occurred? Was it solved? How it will be solved? For me, the conflict in Syria is ongoing because of the incompetent leader. People would rather fight for their freedom than be in control that leads them to worse. The situation in Syria becomes worse when other countries interfere. Terrorists such as Al-Qaeda and ISIS hide in Syria. That caused some countries to force their troops to fly over to Syria to fight the terrorists. The missiles and airstrike are directing to the pockets of the president of Syria. For me, to solve, the UN must negotiate that they must over-control the country to save civilians from the danger of war. Because the war will not end if we keep going and going like this.
Hi, my name is Vivienne Reynolds, and how did the film you've watched change your perspective about the topic, and what necessary personal changes will you make in your behavior? I do believe that heroes perform good and daring things for others without expecting anything in return. They have a strong sense of justice and act on it. They have placed themselves in grave danger for the sake of others. The superb documentation of the White Helmets organization in Syria demonstrates the tragic reality of what warfare causes to society. It seemed unbelievable that the vulnerable individuals in the neighborhood were being targeted for no apparent reason. As stated in the film, this is the fact. Even though we are not in this kind of pain, we must still help our neighbors. To be honest, I've seen so many stuff about this type of documentary since I became interested in civil wars that it makes me wonder how it could happen and how awful it is to happen in real life. I dream to be a public servant as a doctor. Because of this film, I am filled with a strong desire and purposefulness to assist others. White helmets give me faith in humankind and remind me of how fortunate I am. It motivates me to support and understand other people. They save thousands of lives. Perhaps I can do the same. Our situation is different, but helping does not require classifications. We help each other for various reasons. Despite our differences, I believe that we have the same intentions, and that is to have a brighter days. and brighter future.
Hi, my name is Michalis, guys, and I'm going to answer the question number 2. The question number 2 is, why is resolving conflict is important to the society and its institution? It is important to resolve the conflict so that we can maintain the peace and freedom in our society. Based on the film that I watched, The White Helmet, there are too many children that injured and destroyed houses. Also, there are too many people that died in that disaster. The man in the white helmet is doing their best to save the life of the people. As of the film that I watched, we need to help each other for our environment to get better. We need to be alert when the disaster. We need to be alert to the disaster that comes. So in this society, we do not only depend on the government, but we must also help our government to make our society to have a peaceful and to have a freedom.
Hi, I'm Teresa Rizal E. Clarisha, and I get the question of, as a student, being educated about the matters discussed in the film is important. Why? As a student, I must be educated on this matter. The reason for that is that it changes the way I and any other students view the world. There are many people in school right now hoping to be politicians and managers in big business. But if we don't take a couple of seconds to look outside to get a different perspective, we, the students, can think to represent or provide for a group of people they know nothing about. In addition of that, being educated about this matter, it will give us knowledge on how or why does it started the war. By this, in the future, we will not do the same mistakes that old generations did, which it might avoid war.
Hello everyone, I'm James David, and the question is, what is my final stand on the film I had been watched? The film is titled The White Helmets, where a group of volunteers who has the same goal to save lives from the danger of war in Aleppo in Syria. The film talks about how the war affected the lives of the civilians and how it was an awful place and situation to be within. But you know what makes this movie remarkable? Because it talks about how the white helmet itself serves as an inspiration to the people to don't lose hope even on the darkest night of their life. They symbolize hope to the children to make a better future where bad things can't take over. There is this one part of the movie where the volunteers had traveled to a place in Aleppo where 2 barrel bombs had been set off. After hearing a baby crying, they spent hours searching to the rubble. When they finally found the baby, they called him the miracle baby. Discovering that he was only 2 weeks old, Muhammad says, "I don't know how it came to my mind, but I imagine that this is my son." To the volunteers, the baby represents why they do what they do and motivate them to save more lives from him. The group learned patience, persistence, hard work, and never to lose hope. Just look how the lives that they save give them inspiration to keep doing what they are doing. And as the Abu Omar said, without hope, what is good is life. Again, I'm James David. Goodbye.
Thank you.
And goodbye.
And goodbye.
And أن شعارنا أولا وأخيرا نحن كدفاع مدني فمن أحياها فكأنما أحيا الناس جميعا.